Everybody, this is teaching moment number 8 in my series called Teaching Moments. I've been gone for a couple of days, so again, Monday's here all over again, guys, and we really got to start focusing. One of the things that we all need to keep in mind as we're going through these teaching moments is that everything that I'm showing you can't just happen when I'm doing the 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 5 minutes worth of teaching moments. In order for you guys to fully start to absorb and to embrace and to put some of these teaching moments into practice, is you've got to do some studying on your own. Okay? You've got to be self-motivated to make a change. I mean, trust me, guys, I come home after a long weekend being out of town, and I have to kind of refocus myself, saying, you know what, on Monday morning I got to talk to my crew again. I don't know everything that happened while I was gone, but I've already witnessed this morning that there are certain mental focus issues that require gaining skill from them. It doesn't happen overnight, and I have to kind of remember, they're still learning these skills, but I have to continue to remind people, be focused. One of the things that I'm starting to kind of recognize, and as I'm doing these presentations with you guys, is that you're learning with me. And one of the things I want to stress this morning is I really sincerely want to help each and every one of you individually if it's possible. If that means calling me after work, saying, sir, I've got some issues or some questions, I am open and available after hours with any of my employees. I really want to make this a successful venture, not only for myself, but for each one of you. If it wasn't the last teaching moment, it may have been a couple of teaching moments ago, I talked about each one of us, I'm sure, has a desire to have a positive impact, not only here at work, but with our children and our families. And I have the sincerest hope that some of the skills that I'm teaching you here can be applied at home. And it only comes from practice, guys. Nothing in this world is given to us. We've got to work for it. Success isn't given to you, it's earned. And in order for you to earn that success, you've got to make a mental commitment to embracing some of these concepts. I had my 5 mindset secrets to that will help you succeed. Pull them out occasionally and go over them. We have my teaching moments on YouTube. Please take the time every day if you have to. Just spend 10-15 minutes on one of the teaching moments to kind of help reinforce some of the things that I'm teaching you here today. I talked about the review of our teaching moments, on how it's important that we can do this. I was at the College of Pharmacy, Texas A&M, this past couple of days, back on Thursday and Friday. And it was amazing how people received me, because they'd seen me as the old Carlos, and then they saw me as the new Carlos, this person who has made a dramatic shift in the way I look and my priorities that I've set for myself personally and professionally. And it comes from my desire to improve myself. I know each one of you here has goals, each individually, and we face battles every day, guys, and I understand that. I still goof at home, I had just talked recently how my son was really proud of me and how I was controlling my emotions with my family, and this weekend I blew it, I went back two steps instead of going forward 2 steps, and so I also experienced setbacks in my life. There are a lot of things that we can't control. I can't control reimbursement reductions on the DME side. I can't control that on March 1st, Medicaid's going to managed care. But what I can control is the actions that I take with myself personally. At least I can attempt to make that a success for myself. And one of the things that we can start trying to do is controlling what we eat. And one of the things that I think I found most satisfying about the fact that I've lost all this weight is that in all the chaos in this world that I experienced personally and professionally, I had one thing that I can say I controlled, and that was my weight loss process. I was in control of my weight loss process. I couldn't control how my son behaves, or how my wife interacts with me, or how things go or don't go well here at work, or how things don't go well with the political process that we're trying to implement as a group. But I could control what I put in my mouth. I can control how early I get up every morning and start exercising. So there are some things that we can control in our lives. And once you start experiencing some of that success, that we do have some control over some parts of our life, then it leads to a firmer foundation so you can say, I can do this. But you've got to start someplace. Okay? And that someplace can be whether it's weight loss or whether it's in how you deal with your children, because those things we can control. How we react with our children. It's not always simple, especially when we have all these other things that are affecting us. But if you want to start with yourselves and say, you know what, I can't control how my children behave, but I can control what I do with my weight and with my fitness, then take that like I did. That was my first step. That was my choice. I mean, your choice may not be, you know what, I'm fine with the way I feel or the way I am with my weight, so that's not a real big issue for me. But you know what, I'm going to start with this issue. Find something in your life that you can have control over. And once you find that one thing, it leads to another. Guys, I was over there in Kingsville, and I mean, they want me to come back and do presentations on weight loss. They want me to go back over there and do presentations on how we can transform ourselves from a physically overweight person to one that is considered fit. And only that was available to me because I've been able to prove that we do have control. That even as being 50 plus years of age, that I'm not using my age as an excuse that I can't lose weight because I'm too old, or that I'm working, or that I have children, or you know, whatever the excuses are that we all tend to have. Because I've been through the yo-yo effect too. I've been with my ups and downs with weight loss before. I understand all the frustrations that everyone in this room here is experiencing with the difficulties of losing weight. I'm no more educated now. I am to some degree a little bit better educated than I was maybe 6 months ago, but when I first started this 6 months ago, I was like you guys. I would be really frustrated with the way I was handling my weight loss, and I was just like, I wanted to give up. I tried all the different diets. You all have been here long enough, know. I've been through all sorts of different diets. I'd lose weight a little bit and gain it back. So I understand your frustrations. But like I'm saying right now this morning, one of the things that I want you all to focus on is that in all the chaos that's going around in our lives, find something that you can anchor on, that you can put your feet into, saying, you know what, this is going to be where I start my road for success. Because these mindsets that I've talked about start right here in this room, and hopefully you take those home with you. And you know, we talked about how we get, you know, the distractions from our families and from the good food that people put in front of us. And it's really easy to kind of say, you know what, I've been doing really good on my diet, so right now I'm going to go ahead and have that little piece of whatever it might be. And you lose track of your goal. Don't lose track of your goals. This is Monday morning all over again. I want to start off with a good week. We got to start the week off. The reason why I do these on Monday mornings is so that we start off fresh every week, reminding ourselves, this is a new week. Let's forget about the past. Let's move forward. You know, if we continue to implement these things, we can do them. One of the new things I want everyone to kind of put into their minds is, how hungry am I to lose? You can use that phrase for anything. How hungry am I to succeed? Just replace the last word with whatever it is that I want to do. How hungry am I to have a better relationship with my wife or my husband or my significant other? How hungry am I to have a good relationship with my children? Because it's that hunger. It was my hunger to lose weight that helped me get through the times when I wanted to have that burger or that pizza or those chips or those Cokes or that pasta or the French fries. I can go on and on and on and talk about all the little things, you know, when you guys would bring in this delicious smelling food into the lunchroom, and I just had to say no. So in your minds, if you want to adopt my new mantra, which is, how hungry am I to blank? Because really, guys, a lot of times I ask myself, how committed am I to whatever it is? Am I really hungry for success here at Ridgepoint Medical Pharmacy? And sometimes I have to question myself, how hungry am I really to make an impact on my employees? How hungry am I willing to put up with the frustrations of trying to implement something new and something different? It's a challenge. Sometimes I have to question myself, and I have to kind of remind myself, how hungry am I to really make an impact and help improve the lives of my fellow employees, who in the process of being here at Ridgepoint are working hard too to help me succeed, I want to also help you all succeed. We talked about that once before. That extra $1,000 in the bank would be really nice. Much less the $10,000 extra dollars in the bank account. And you guys are going, well, yeah, but that's just a dream. The dream can come true if we work collectively as a team to help improve Ridgepoint Medical Pharmacy so the boss can give you, for your efforts, that extra $1,000 you can put in your checking account. I would love to be able to do that and give back to my employees. But you all have to believe in this process. You have to embrace this process, and you've got to help me get to that point where that extra $1,000 becomes a reality in your checking accounts. It's a reality, guys, that can happen. It's just going to require work. And I've talked about it before. We've got to sacrifice today in order to reap the rewards for tomorrow. So with that, let's prosper together.